Good morning, I'm Amelia and JP is behind the camera and we are getting ready to head over to the Cochin area in Kerala, South India for Abin and Chinnu's wedding. Please take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that bell so you get notified on all of our upcoming videos, including all the wedding festivities. Ciao!
Hola, we're on our way. Amelia is in the back, the rumble seat.
I got a good view though.
I know, for anybody who's old enough to remember what that is.
A rumble seat is.
For you young kids, that's a seat that used to pop out of the back of cars, you know, for extra seating. And it was usually on the outside of the car. I've actually ridden in them. All right, we're off to Cochin. It's probably a 6 to 8 hour drive, and hopefully we'll have some good scenery along the way. Ciao.
We've been driving for about an hour and a half now on our way to the Cochin area in Kerala, and we stopped at a stand to get some fresh coconut juice. I'm sure it's going to be very refreshing and delicious.
Thunder.
Okay, let's do it this way.
Wow.
Oh, wow. No, I have not done that.
Oh, yeah, you have to do it.
Oh, I will.
What's it taste like?
Coconut. Thank you.
Coconut.
It's so after you drink the juice of the young coconut, they cut it open and they kind of scrape up the pulp, and it's quite refreshing and delicious. They also sell tapioca here in raw form, which we've never seen before. It reminds me of a yucca plant, don't you think, JP? Yeah. Yucca plant, yeah. Like in Ecuador. That was a fun little diversion to stop and get some young coconut water and pulp. And now we're headed back on the road.
We stopped for a little bathroom break so we could all use the loo. They call it the loo here, just like in Britain. I thought that was funny. So I think we're about halfway there, if I'm not mistaken. We've been driving for about 2.5 hours, so maybe almost halfway. It's been uneventful and very beautiful so far. Is that a cow? No, what is it? It's a water buffalo. Nothing like some homely food. It tastes good, but it's ugly. Family.
Yeah, they're just like people, right?
We're just like them.
Yeah.
For better and for worse.
Oh, it's so cute to see them all snuggled.
I know.
Look at that cool waterfall behind us. I feel like we're in the Temple of Doom right now. We're in the mountains here in southern India, and it's a jungle, and we just saw monkeys.
I know, that was so awesome. This whole trip, the drive up has been amazing.
It has been. There's been lots of honking too. They really like to honk. But our driver Ramu told us that we couldn't roll down the windows because the monkeys are naughty and they'll climb in the car. He said they're naughty.
You know, that was funny.
That was funny.
We don't want to get quite that close.
No, we're almost there. We should be there in another 15-20 minutes, I think. Hopefully we can get settled into our hotel and relax a little bit.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Hi.
This is Basil, the owner
yeah.
of Namaste India.
Hi. Wave. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, this is.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are at Basil's house. He's the owner of Namaste and Ebby's brother. We arrived late yesterday evening. It was already dark, so we really couldn't do much filming. We woke up this morning and it's amazing
It is
here.
so beautiful.
It is just,
wow.
It's breathtakingly beautiful. It's just amazing. We're in the mountains here, and they grow tapioca all around this Basil's house. So we have lots of beautiful tapioca plants and bananas and coconut trees.
Yes, and we're not that far from Munnar, where they
It's
do
a big tourist city.
Yes, it's supposed to be quite lovely, so I'm excited to see that and go to the tea plantations as well. And
So we're in Adimali, which is a little ways east of here, and we're about 4 hours west of Cochin, up in the mountains.
yeah, and I'm really glad we decided to drive through instead of taking another airplane to get here, because the drive was really beautiful. It was relaxing, very enjoyable. Ramu was a fantastic driver. He's very tranquilo.
Yeah, Ramu's he reminds us of Edwin.
Yes.
He's our Indian version of
Yes,
Edwin.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's very, very tranquilo and a very good driver, and I never felt unsafe with him, although I did feel unsafe with every other driver on the road.
Yeah, the driving is interesting, especially since they drive on the left side of the road here.
Well, most of the time.
Yeah. Or any which way.
They pretty much drive all over the road in every which direction, and they don't stop when they come up to an intersection. They don't stop. They just pull right out. They just right out into traffic. And they just pass all the time, and sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 cars wide going all different directions on a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
It's amazing and there's motorcycles mixed in there. There's motorcycles everywhere.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. That's why I highly recommend sitting in the back. It's a lot less scary.
I sat in the front for a little bit, and that was all I wanted. I couldn't handle sitting up there. It was like being in the front car of a roller coaster. And not because of Ramu's driving, but because of everybody else's.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
One thing we found really interesting is that, when we're used to the States and in Ecuador, when you leave a town or the city, you drive through countryside. Or when we left yesterday morning, we were staying south of Trivandrum. It was just city all the way to the mountains.
Yeah.
There was no countryside visible from the roads for basically 6 or 7 hours of our drive.
Yeah, I think it was about, the last hour and a half, I guess, that we
drove through the mountains.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, so incredibly beautiful. It was just amazing. And seeing those monkeys on the side of the road was incredible.
I know. I looked
my
up and I'm like,
gosh.
there's a monkey. And so Ramu stopped, and we got that really cool footage of the family of monkeys and the little brothers fighting, or siblings fighting with each other.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
And then also to see the that waterfall. I think it's called the Valara. I got to look that up, but I'm pretty sure it's Valara waterfall. It was lovely. Perfect timing.
It was perfect timing. We got there right when the sun was setting.
Yes.
And then we got here and saw Ebby. He's so excited.
I know. We're so happy.
He's so excited to see us and to get married this weekend. He's just so excited. He can barely contain himself.
Yes. It's awesome.
And we're not exactly sure what all is going on today.
Well, I know there's a party this evening at 5 p.m. and they'll do something separate for Chinnu's family, because normally they do. They have 3 separate parties, 2 separate parties and then the wedding, but since Chinnu's family is like 10 hours from here, they're doing something small here in Ebby's village instead. And then tomorrow's the big day.
Tomorrow is the big day. Yep. And it's a big day for us too.
It is, I know. We're all so excited.
So should we tell them the story about what we're doing? We should.
Sure.
We should. Amelia's going to let me tell you. So we have a big surprise. We're getting married again.
Yes, we're already married.
We're already married. We already have our rings. But,
I'm not wearing mine. Sorry,
but we
JP.
told when we told Chinnu and Abin that we never had a marriage ceremony, we just went to the courthouse and signed paperwork. We didn't even have witnesses or a judge or anything in Colorado.
They were appalled.
Yeah, in Colorado, you don't have to do any of that. So when we told them that, they were just appalled. And while we were having this conversation, Abin called up their priest on the phone and asked if he would bless our marriage for us when we're here.
Yes.
The whole thing happened in the span of like 2 minutes, and they basically decided that after their wedding, they're going to have our marriage blessed. And then they also told us we have to buy rings, new rings, because they wear their rings on the right hand, not the left.
Yes, and our rings don't fit properly on our right hand.
Yeah, our left, because I'm right-handed, so this hand's bigger. This ring doesn't fit, and it's the same with her. And so, anyway, we went and bought rings. We got simple
platinum wedding bands, which they really like gold because their skin tone is so much different. Gold looks beautiful on their
beautiful brown skin.
But not so much on
my pink skin does not look good with yellow.
JP's like, no gold.
No, and I tried it on, and it looks awful. Gold looks awful on my skin. So we got platinum, and it's also their tradition to, oh my God, there's a dragonfly. A huge dragonfly just went behind the camera. So it's also their tradition to have the other person's name engraved on the ring. So I have Amelia's name engraved on my ring, and she has JP on her ring.
Yes, which is so romantic.
It is very romantic. So we got those rings the other day with Chinnu. We went shopping for those.
Yes, that was part of the long shopping experience.
Yeah, the 11 hours of shopping. Actually, it was more like 4 hours of 5 hours of shopping and like 6 hours of driving because of all the traffic.
But of course, we don't want to steal Abin and Chinnu's thunder.
No.
The day will be all about them.
I know. I didn't want to do this, but I didn't want to get married the first time.
Hey.
Has nothing to do with you.
I know.
It's the institution I don't really like.
I know. That's it's all good.
I know, but they made this decision and they wouldn't take no for an answer. They said, we're doing it. That's it.
Yes.
End of discussion.
And our thing will be very short.
Yeah.
It'll be brief.
Yeah.
But we still really appreciate everything that they've gone through
I know.
to make us feel part of the family.
Oh,
So welcome.
They have made us feel so welcome here.
Yes.
Yeah, and last night when we arrived, they had a huge banquet dinner prepared
it was
for us.
Amazing food.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention there are a couple other gringos in our videos. That's Paul and Patrick. They're also from Cuenca. So
Yeah.
there's 4 of us gringos from Cuenca here.
Yeah, we've had a really good time getting to know them. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're really good guys.
Yes.
We'll show them in some of our future videos. We didn't have a lot of chance to video yesterday,
Yep.
other than just driving video. That's a tuk-tuk, in case you were hearing that rumbling in the background. They call them rickshaws here.
Well, no, somebody told me the rickshaws you actually pedal.
Well,
So these are motorized.
Yeah, well, I asked Ramu yesterday, and I said, what do they call them? He goes, they're called rickshaws.
Oh.
And Chinnu calls them rickshaws.
Okay. Well,
But I've always been taught that the rickshaws are the ones you pedal or drag, like walk and pull.
oh yeah.
But they call them rickshaws here, but the gringos all call them tuk-tuks.
Yes.
Because Ramu said it's because they make the sound tuk-tuk-tuk-tuk. They sound like a sewing machine.
They do. They're really cute and
Yeah.
very popular.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get our day started. Chinnu's going to be here any minute now, and then I think she's going to take Amelia to do something with Amelia's hair.
Yeah, she's very upset about my hair.
She
Oh
is.
my gosh.
She's like, oh, your hair.
She's
It's so funny. Your hair, Mom. Your hair.
like, Chinnu, I promise it'll be okay. I promise I can pull it back. It won't embarrass you.
I know. She's like, maybe we can do extensions. So they're going to go have a beauty day, and I
Yes.
think the guys are going to go do some sightseeing. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do, but then we might go see a tea plantation or something. But
Whatever you do, it will be amazing.
it will be, because it's so beautiful here. It does feel a little bit like Temple of Doom. I remember watching that movie and
gorgeous.
thinking it seems so exotic and like mountain jungles. Well, we're there.
Yes.
When you watch Temple of Doom, that's where we are.
Except for the doom part.
Except for the Doom part.
This is all happiness.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful here.
Yes.
I think that's it for today. So please remember to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on our Indian wedding videos. It's going to be so amazing.
Yes. See you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.